Reading the BBI Report 1. The task force proposes that this report be read, as much as possible, in its entirety. The more we examined the challenges Kenya is facing, the more interconnected they appeared. While there is considerable interest in the more political recommendations the task force is making, we strongly believe that reading them in isolation from the rest of the report will detract from their successful application. For this reason, we have chosen to append the major recommendations at the end of every chapter rather than summarizing them at the beginning of this report. More detailed recommendations for the government, civil institutions, and individuals charged with implementation are to be found in table form in the appendices. 2. The task force offers this advisory report in humility and deep gratitude for the thousands of Kenyans who shared their considered and constructive views with us. We are grateful for the millions more people who have enthusiastically embraced BBI as part of a historic opportunity to effect lasting positive change in our country. We are also profoundly conscious of the magnitude of the task we were set, and our momentous opportunity to communicate Kenyans' insights and knowledge clearly and as concisely as possible. This report encapsulates the core concerns we heard from Kenyans, citizens in their thousands, and many experts, leaders, and representatives of civil, business, religious, academic, and political institutions. We pray that as many Kenyans as possible will read this report, taking note of its spirit as much as its letter, and treating it as an opportunity to begin the journey we must undertake together to build a united and prosperous Kenya. We ask for forgiveness, in advance, for any shortcomings or lapses in this report that reflect our limits as individuals and as a group. 3. We are also thankful to the numerous Kenyans who assisted us in carrying out this task. From our secretariat and researchers, we got willing effort and confidentiality, thank you. We are thankful for the government and security officers who ensured that we were safe and well taken care of. To the members of civil society who dovetailed their advocacy efforts with our drive to hear from Kenyans by sending us memoranda and engaging us, thank you. Above all, we are thankful to the thousands of Kenyans who took off time from work to share their views and insights. This report is dedicated to you in our national quest to become a united and prosperous country. 4. The March 2018 handshake between His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta and the Right Honorable Raila Odinga was a historic moment in sealing a bipartisan accord to build national unity and work together to face some of the most daunting challenges the country faces. The public embrace and applause of this gesture was, and remains, extremely strong, such that the handshake has taken on an iconic and historic status. Their consideration of the discord and weakening national cohesion following the 2017 election season led them to identify the following challenges set out in this report as key threats to national unity. They then committed to working together, alongside other Kenyans, to face these challenges in a united manner for the sake of a Kenya that is cohesive and peaceful. President Uhuru Kenyatta subsequently sought advice in the course of action to take, even as he, and Right Honorable Raila Odinga, consulted widely with other leaders and Kenyans. President Kenyatta formed the Task Force on Building Bridges to Unity Advisory with a mandate that it consults citizens, leaders, institutions, civil society, the private sector, the religious sector, and other stakeholders to recommend to him solutions that he will share with relevant institutions and processes. Though there are other important challenges, the task force focused specially on 9 major ones as per its mandate. In hindsight, having held broad public and expert consultations, it is even clearer today that these challenges are the key ones facing a Kenya that aspires to build shared prosperity, peace, and a unity that respects difference and diversity. 5. This report was compiled through nationwide public participation and drawing on the expertise and perspectives of institutional leadership of public service entities, the private sector, religious and cultural associations, and dozens of elected leaders. The views of Kenyans were collated and analyzed. The emerging insights were debated for inclusion in the report's diagnosis of the challenges and potential solutions to them. Annex 3 contains names of elected and cultural leaders, major NGOs and associations, and others who participated in the expert and institutional consultations at the Kenyatta International Conference Center. There is also a list that includes the elected leadership and NGOs that shared their views during the task force's consultations in the 47 counties. During these county visits, at least 20 citizens were drawn from every constituency, with care being made to ensure that the full ethnic and religious diversity was captured, as well as gender, age, people with disabilities, the private sector, and different livelihoods. This has been an extensive exercise of public participation that has included at least 7,000 Kenyans, many who are elected or in civil society representing millions more Kenyans. Building bridges to a united Kenya, from a Nyan of blood IES to a Nyan